Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making pupusas revueltas. I got different recipes to make it my own, and this is what I came up with. So I'm going to be giving the ingredients as I go. So let's get started. What you're going to be needing is 3 pounds of masa or cornmeal. To get the dough smooth, what you're going to be needing is 4 cups of hot boiling water, and then 4 cups of cool water, 8 cups in total. It might vary to 9. If the dough is not smooth enough, you might need another cup. But you're going to want to be mixing the hot water first. This gives it a very smooth consistency so it doesn't clump up. Also, wanted to mention that I didn't show this in the video, but I did add a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of margarine or butter you guys can use, and also 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon or consomme. As you see here, the consistency of the dough is really soft. You're able to puncture your fingers in the dough very easily without any trouble. So what you're going to be doing is sealing this up so the moisture and the heat stays in the dough and gets even softer. So just cover up, make sure that it's sealed well. Here we're going to be prepping the meat. This is pork stew meat, or in Spanish is trocitos de puerco. All you're going to be doing is boiling with some water and salt till it is fully cooked, and then we fry the meat. Okay, so once the meat is fully cooked, remove the broth or the caldo out of the pot. Keep the meat in there. Have about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil to fry the meat, and you're going to want to look for a brown coating all around your meat. Once you're almost done frying the meat, you're going to want to get 1 to 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, depending on your choice of how much garlic you want to add. I like to add it towards the end of the cooking process because garlic burns pretty easily, so I don't want burnt garlic taste on my meat. So here we're going to be getting half of red onion, half of a green bell pepper, and putting it in the food processor to mince it. I don't feel like chopping all of this up, and the food processor just makes the process much easier since I already have it out. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I try to make my life a little bit easier when it comes to cooking. I love cooking. It's one of my passions. It really gets me relaxed, and it's my way in showing my family how much I love them. It's, you could say, my love language. But I really enjoy doing this. It's something that calms me, just makes me focus. So anything you do it with a lot of love, and it turns out just amazing. You're gonna want to roughly chop 2 tomatoes, nothing perfect, because we're gonna be combining all of this with the meat and putting it in the food processor. Please don't be shy and comment down below what is it that you guys would like to see next, or any dish that you guys would like to learn to cook. If I don't know it, please believe I will do my research, learn how to do it, and make any type of dish easier for anybody. So it would be a learning experience for me as well. So like I had mentioned earlier, all the veggies we were chopping up, we were going to be adding to the meat and incorporating that very well. We're also going to be adding some cumin, some beef flavoring, and also some salt. I wouldn't be able to let you know the exact measurements because I eyeball everything and I taste it as I go. But what I used for salt, I would say about a teaspoon of cumin, and I would say about 2 tablespoons of beef bouillon. Once you have mixed everything in, what we're going to be doing next is kind of shredding the big pieces of pork into smaller pieces, just so it's easier for the food processor to chop everything up and blend it well. So, in the process, I do remove some big pieces of fat because I don't want it. I want more meat than I do fat. So, my preference, I would remove, I would say about 90% of the fat that is held up by the meat. So now that we have combined all the ingredients for the meat, we're going to be putting it in the food processor to kind of get like a flaky meat consistency. You guys will see what I mean when I show you guys. So what I've seen from different recipes is that the meat is processed with a little bit of milk to get it into a finer cut cheese. So it's easier to blend when you add it to the meat. I found this so funny because I'm using regular cheese with lactose milk. I'm lactose intolerant. Well, all of my family is, all my kids and my husband already got used to drinking lactose milk, but it's just funny that I'm using whole cheese with lactate milk. So this is a consistency you guys want to get. It's kind of like a crumble, what you guys are looking for. And just please note that I used 8 cups of cheese, of shredded cheese, and just a dash of milk for each time I process the cheese. Here we're going to be combining the cheese and meat till it all sticks together and it's well combined. Like I mentioned earlier, my love language is cooking, showing my family my love through my food. And I love seeing their faces and their smiles when they try a new dish. It just makes me so happy and melts my heart. Just makes me feel so appreciated when they are enjoying my food. And I hope you guys do the same. This is the consistency you guys want for the meat. It's still flaky, but can also be molded into a ball and hold its shape if you guys want that to be done. It just shows that it's easy to be maneuvered around while you're making the pupusas. Here we're going to be what we call in Mexico torteando. This was a tad bit harder for me because when you do Mexican tortillas or gorditas, all you have is water just to help you tortear. But when making the pupusas, you also have to add oil to the water when dipping your hands, which was a little bit harder to get used to because your hands are more slippery, which in the beginning was a little bit hard, but practice makes perfect, and I got the hang of it towards the end. So it's just trying to find your own technique to get used to the different texture. Okay, so what I did is I tortear the masa to give me about an approximate of a 2-inch circle. And then from there, I use my knuckles to press down and mold it into a little bowl where I'm able to place the meat inside. And then you're going to be dipping your hands into the water oil mixture and kind of help you maneuver up to close the little pod, and then you're gonna remove the remaining extra dough that's on the top because you don't want so much dough in it. You want to be able to enjoy some dough and mostly meat. I know that's how I prefer it. So does my family. Can you tell my little baby was so excited to eat? He is my little fatty. He loves to eat. And it's okay if there's tiny little holes on the pupusa. That just makes a little cheesy crust come out of the pupusa, which is very delicious. It goes out and that's completely fine. No worries. Please excuse my messed up and very used pan, but I cook a lot, so it's kind of messed up, but that's okay. So this is the end. I did make the curtido and the salsa myself. I just didn't record it. I made the main dish as my priority to show you guys how to do, but thank you so much for viewing my videos, and please like and subscribe. See you guys the next time.